Hello folks, welcome along to Wrestling Showdown right here on the W3L network. And can you believe our live events coming up at the end of this month? They are nearly upon us. I hope you've made your plans to join us, because these are going to be some amazing live events you do not want to miss out. I'm sure you know where, I'm sure you know when, but let me just remind you about them. It all kicks off on Friday, February 28th. We're going to be in Newcastle, followed of course the following day, February 29th, leap year day, we return to Buckhaven. All of the W3L favourites will be there. The Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm, returns to W3L. You've already heard, of course, that Kevin Williams, he's going to be in action over those two live events without wanting to defend his Wrestling Showdown Championship. And of course, in Newcastle, our main event, we'll see the merchandise Mike Musso defend the Heavyweight Championship against Mr. Tim Strange. The stakes have been raised, almost literally, however, as this is now going to be a flag match. That was Tim Strange's insistence, and that's what we're going to see, a flag match. Mike Musso versus Tim Strange in Newcastle, plus a whole bunch more besides. Of course, we've got live events coming in April. I'll tell you about them a little later on. Major thank you to Crafty Connoisseur, who are doing us the courtesy of sponsoring every single W3L event this year. Thank you so much to them. And of course, if you or somebody you know wants to sponsor maybe one event, two events, all the events, doesn't matter, get in touch. We'll tell you how you can make that happen. Now, speaking of live events, of course, everybody wants to be on them. Everybody wants to get title opportunities, and we've got a huge title match for you right now. We've seen the heavyweight title on the line the past couple of weeks. You've seen the Showdown Championship just last week, and this week it's time for the Tag Team Championship. And this, I think, is going to be a bit of a barn burner, because we've got the defending champions TJ, Rage and Krieger, a team that's frankly looked impenetrable since winning those titles quite a while ago. And they're going to be taking on the somewhat newly reformed team of the very good Mr. Euan Mackie and Taylor Bryden. This is four popular athletes going at it. One of the longest reigning tag team champions in history, that being Mackie and Bryden, taking on the current longest reigning tag team champions, that being Rage and Krieger. Anything is possible. This could be one of the best matches we've ever had here on Showdown. So let's not delay any further. Let's go down to ringside as the Tag Team Championship is on the line.
This contest, ladies and gentlemen, is for the W3L Tag Team Championship. Introducing to you first the defending champions. This is TJ, Rage and Krieger. The challengers in this title contest, please welcome, if you will, Taylor Bryden and Euan Mackie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown. We've got a very intriguing defence of the Tag Team Championship on hand for you. Of course, clad in the purple, we have got the defending champions TJ, Rage and Krieger. They have held the title since winning it back at Resolution 12 in September of 2018. And opposing them, Krieger trying to get the crowd in this one, clad in the green, Taylor Bryden and the very good Mr. Euan Mackie. Two men who have just recently reformed their team. Of course, they used to be a tag team many moons ago, way back in the early days of W3L. They were the Disco Biscuits. They held the Tag Team Championship. And then, as I'm sure you're aware, went their separate ways. But it was at Resolution last year they somewhat came back together. We've seen them in action here on Showdown as a team. And management decided to put these two teams together. And the first thing you'll note, of course, is that they are two very popular tag teams. The crowd really likes all four men. It's going to be interesting to see how the audience reacts. I assume we'll have a bit of a split reaction for these teams here. It's Mackie trying to pick up Krieger, but he lacks at body weight. Krieger just dumps him with ease. He meant this is a bit of a strange match to make, seeing as you've got four popular stars. But consider this, Mackie and Bryden historically have been, or were, one of the greatest tag teams in W3L history. In Scottish wrestling, you could easily make a claim for. The Disco Biscuits held the Tag Team Championship from the September of 2009 all the way to July of 2011. So that's a reign of 1 year, 10 months and 22 days. That makes them the second longest reigning tag team champions in W3L history. And currently, Rage Krieger are the third longest reigning, and as of right now their reign is 1 year, 4 months and 26 days. Just in case you're interested, the longest reigning tag team champions is the Coffee Brothers. 1 year, 11 months and 7 days they held the title for. So two long reigning tag team champions, and management thought, why not? Let's see what they can do. And it's a match you're not really going to see anywhere else. W3L exclusive, you might say, as Mackie flattens Krieger with a calf kick. It'll be really interesting to see how this match pans out, because Rage and Krieger, the regular team, that's virtually all they've ever done here in W3L is be a tag team. As Mackie and Bryden were back in the early days, but they went their separate ways, as you well know. A lot of things changed, but as Mackie was flung into the ankles of Krieger and tripped him, and they've looked so fluid since last year when they became a tag team again. Bryden and Mackie, tag is made to TJ Rage, good by Krieger. Bryden and Mackie, they haven't lost a step. Their ring roster's fallen, obviously riding a bike, I guess. Because they were the tag team champions, like I say, they lost it in July. Krieger away for a wonder, just to shake the cobwebs off. July of 2011, they won they lost, I should say, the tag team championship. And their team broke up after that. They feuded, they had a big match at Resolution 7. They did Bryden and Mackie, and then we saw Mackie metamorphose into the Goblin of the Skies. We saw how nefarious he was, of course. And ironically, it was the beginning of last year. Remember, he and Tim Wiley tried to wrest the tag titles away from Rage Krieger, but it was not to be. TJ Rage outpowering Taylor Bryden there, backing straight in the corner. See the crowd being a bit split here, not really who to cheer for. I think we're set to see a really good contest now. It should be noted that TJ Rage just backs up Bryden again with a handful of hair possibly. But Taylor Bryden is the most decorated tag team star in W3L history. 5 reigns he has had. He's just part of the nefarious contingency plan. Held the tag team title 3 times for a combined reign of 11 months and 18 days between June of 2015 and May of 2016. And he dominated the tag division. And so if you're going to have a tag team partner who'd be better than Taylor Bryden, but because he's got some soul endeavours, he bounced off Rage like a brick wall. Got soul endeavours because former wrestling Showdown champion. The only man in this match to hold a singles championship in W3L. Rage with a standing switch. Flips out the hip toss, and Bryden showing why he's so underrated. Folk underestimate him, and they really shouldn't, because he's got all the chops necessary to get this straight on TJ Rage. This could be a huge thing for Mackie and Bryden to become the tag team champions after all this time. When you think about it, that would be like a 9-year gap roughly. Bryden accelerating the pace. Agility from TJ Rage, and a slam. The most powerful man in this match, and agile with it. Threw down Bryden and hit that drop kick. And just puts him down, going for a pinfall. Because that's the name of the game, of course. Just controlling the arms, slowing momentum down. Let's see, Rage and Krieger. They won the tag team titles from Prince Assad and Saki Bali back at Resolution 12. They have dominated the tag division ever since. You've seen them defend them against regular tag teams like Assad and Ali. You've seen them defend against makeshift tag teams like a Fight for Life, which you saw on Boxing Day here in the W3L network. They took on KJ Nitro and Brian Frank, rather makeshift tag team, but regardless of who it is, they have dominated them. TJ's been part of W3L since 2008. Krieger made his debut in October of 2015. In a triple threat match that ironically also included Sakib Ali, who of course would later win the tag title from. Bit of double teaming from the former Disco Biscuits, but it doesn't quite get the job done. On Rage went after Mackie, took those knees and takes more knees. There's a tag. Look at this, how fluid it is. Bulldog. And Mackie immediately goes for a cover, trying to pin TJ Rage. He lacks a little of that body weight to keep him down though. Then Mackie and Bryden, of course, the former Disco Biscuits, they were bright, they were colourful, a lot of fun. Yeah, they've obviously matured and changed since then as Mackie go for the Casadora. Try for the Bulldog. And just gets dumped down like a back suplex. It's a problem, TJ is so strong. And Mackie not quite as heavy maybe as he might need to be against TJ. So it's hard to knock him down. Here comes Krieger. We've seen some of the double teaming, some of the tag team fluidity that they're known for. There goes Mackie. And floating for a cover. There's a bit of weight in his head. Now, like I mentioned, Mackie and Bryden, the former Disco Biscuits, of late they've referred to themselves as the anti-meta, with the idea being that if you consider that the meta is the standard, or the standard for tag teams in this case, that they are the anti-meta. They are completely unique, they're completely different, they're unlike any other tag team out there, and they intend to show that, particularly against Rage and Krieger. What a way that would be if they could take the tag titles off them. Mackie stumbling. And another big body slam from Krieger. It's got a bit of a mean streak in him as Krieger and TJ Rage. You've seen that in the past. But generally they are the dominant team. The crowd do like them. They always give the tag team championship belts to a couple of fans in the crowd to look after. Obviously we're looking to get that back at the end of the match, but anything's possible. As Mackie hits hard in the corner, and Krieger flattened him with the clothes as he bounced out. And again, Krieger going for a cover, not giving him a moment, trying to get this match over with, because he knows, as TG Rage knows as well, just how difficult
10 minutes gone and 10 minutes left to wrestle.
Bryden and Mackie are to defeat, because you give them an inch and they will take the opportunity and get the better of you. You see a snapmare straight in for a cover, and all this is doing is making Mackie kick out and expending more energy. Rage keeping him down because he knows if Mackie gets up and can use his momentum, use his speed, he will get the better of TJ Rage, if only to tag Bryden. But nobody in this match is faster than the very good Mr. Euan Mackie. As Bryden actually wrestled Krieger and Rage in W3L before, so Mackie hits the back elbow, kicks TJ in the face. Now what is he going to go for? And see, there's the speed and agility Mackie's known for, but TJ Rage so strong, catches him with ease. He's going to launch him across the ring. Bryden's trying for a tag. They're just goading him there, and Mackie nearly got flung out the ring. Just slides carefully back, goes for the cover. Doesn't put Mackie away though. Very good Mr. Euan Mackie. Resilience is his middle name. Well, actually it's not, because resilience is begun with a G. But you can't keep him down. He's kicked out for what so far? Rage just holding him that side headlock. I think partly TJ doesn't know what to do with him. Mackie's barely on his feet. They just flung him around and he's kicked out. He's knocked him down, he's kicked out. We've got a double suplex here. Again, a hard fall into that corner. Krieger straight for the cover. It makes you fight for life. We saw the very good Mr. Euan Mackie and Taylor Bryden competing at a 6-way to become #1 contender for the Heavyweight Championship. It was Tim Strange that won. He faced Mike Musso in that controversial match a couple of weeks ago here in Showdown. There'll be a rematch in Newcastle at the end of the month. They actually came to Musso's aid after that match, which is quite bizarre. Whoever thought that Mackie would come to Mike Musso's aid in the history they two have had. Mackie goes up. Oh, look at this, an inside cradle! Shifted his body weight and nearly wrapped this one up. So like I said before, you do not want to give Mackie an inch because he can fire back upon you, and it took a closed fist. It's been a clean match so far, but Krieger hit the closed fist right in the face of Mackie to knock him down, and now Rage putting the foot up, and I think we're seeing that as the match wears on, Rage and Krieger will be able to dig into their bag of tricks. All four men are adept at breaking the rules when they need to be, although they generally refrain from it. There's a shot to the midsection. Well, Mackie was on the ropes, so it's questionable at best. And I think maybe the champs are worried now. Like, they've dominated a lot of teams here in W3L, I mentioned before, Nitro and Frank. Of course, they beat Mackie and Dickie Divers back at Resolution 13, and that team kind of crumbled and disintegrated, and Bryden got involved, as you know, and Team Mackie again back together. They faced a whole bunch of people and retained the titles, but nobody's quite put up the challenge that these two have, that being Mackie and Bryden, and so far they've not been able to find a counter. They've been able to find a way to put Mackie down. So they're starting to get a knee nervous up with the closed fist, and TG Rage is looking at Mackie and saying, what am I going to do with you? How am I supposed to put you down? How do you prepare for the very good Mr. Euan? And even Taylor Bryden, because he's certainly changed over the past year or so since the contingency plan disintegrated. He's become tier 0 as Mackie gets gut-wrench suplexed high in the air. And Bryden's changed his style, he's always reinventing himself. TG Rage in for another cover. Didn't put a lot of weight across the shoulders. Hope he's not underestimating Mackie, because that will lead to his downfall. Rage is looking at him as if to say, how am I going to keep you down? Why don't you stay down? Why can't I beat you? And so far, he can't. The announcement from legendary ring announcer John Short there. Time's getting away from him, I think. Tag is made to Krieger. I'm going to finish him, they say. They've been able to so far. If they hit their magic killer move. Oh, Mackie slipped out the back, and they run together. Lovely move. Enzigiri and a DDT, and Mackie, was he biding his time? Was he making the opportunity? Well, TG Rage just looked up, who knows, but in comes a very pent up Taylor Bryden, frustration galore. He's been patiently stood in that apron waiting, watching Mackie taking slammed and suplexes, and he hits a lovely spinning leg lariat. Goes to the cover. We could have new tag team champions. Krieger's still a bit too fresh though. Taylor Bryden, the house of fire exploding in the ring. He's got a whole bevy of moves. He could hit the OTK, I'm shooting at either man. He's got that strike combination, setting up a super kick of some kind. I don't know if Krieger realises it. Pulls up in the corner. Oh, catches the foot. And a big boot, and down goes Taylor Bryden. And you see Krieger immediately goes to the cover, because this could be the end of it. Bryden's still too fresh. He has taken a beating, has the very good Mr. Euan Mackie, and it was thanks to making that tag to the much fresher Bryden, who hits the lung blower. TG Rage being helped up by some fans. The tag is made. Look at this. Oh, lovely move, the misty flip. And Bryden's going to sail through with a frog splash, if I'm right. Yes, I am. Hits it. Covers. We've got brand new tag team champions. Wow. Somehow Krieger powered out of it. I don't know how, but he did. TG Rage had a couple of minutes in the match to rest. He's been on the floor, and he now power bombs Mackie, and there's that mean streak. Grabbing Taylor Bryden. What's he going to go for? Oh, a super kick. And TG Rage is felled. And a kick from Krieger. Everyone's, oh, hang on, here's Mackie. And an ace crusher. And all four men are down. All four men are down. They've all taken moves. They've all taken a beating in this match. Who's going to get up? What is going on? Who's going to get the victory here? Referee just checking with the timekeeper with John Short. Mackie, is he crawling over towards Krieger? He is. He's about to drape an arm. What's the bell? That's it. The time's up. Has the time limit's run out? The bell is saying the time limit has run out, and this match is a time limit draw. Rage Krieger will retain the titles, but my god, they earned that one, because they could not put Mackie down. No matter what they did, they could not stop him. They couldn't beat Bryden, and the champions retain the title, but only because the match has gone to the full extent of the time limit here on Wrestling Showdown.
Well, a superb contest ends in a time limit draw. That does mean that Rage Krieger retain the tag team championship, and I'm sure Bryden Mackie, if there's only a little more time on the clock, may well have become the new champions. No doubt they'll be pestering Magic for a rematch at the earliest opportunity, but what a contest. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that with our live events coming at the end of February, the very good Mr. Euan Mackie is going to be involved. He'll be in singles competition, so his tag team endeavours can wait for the time being. And that adds to Kevin Williams throwing his hat in the ring, saying he'll be there defending the Wrestling Showdown Championship. The Wonder Kid Johnny Storm returning to W3L. And of course, on the Friday, we've got Mike Musso versus Mr. Tim Strange in that flag match for the Heavyweight Championship. Remember the 2 dates: Friday, February 28th in Newcastle, Saturday, February 29th in Buckhaven. Those are going to be two amazing live events. You should act quickly. And of course, we've got events in April as well. On the 4th and 5th of April, we will be hitting up Dunfermline and Gala Shields respectively. Then the 17th, 18th and 19th is Edinburgh for Remedy, Grangemouth and then Stockton-on-Tees. More on those dates as we get closer to them. Thanks again to Crafty Connoisseur for sponsoring every single W3L event this year. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. But of course, as I said, we've got those matches coming up, those events on the horizon, so don't delay. You want to come along, you will only kick yourself if you miss them, so don't. Get your tickets right now by going to our website, w3lwrestling.com. Buy them there and sign up to the mailing list while you are at it. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram, subscribe to this very channel so you'll be notified every time there's a new edition of Wrestling Showdown unleashed to the public. And of course, use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Tell us what you think is going to happen in the flag match. Who should Mackie face one-on-one in Newcastle and in Buckhaven? Tell us who you want to see, what you want them to do. Get in touch, engage with W3L and let us know what you like. And then come back in 7 days' time because, yeah, believe it or not, we'll have more Wrestling Showdown for you. I'll have more news about live events and other stuff as well. I'll see you in 7 days right here on the W3L Network.